Let's talk about the books. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome. My name is Emily, and today I am changing up all of my plans that I had for the rest of the year with my books. So, at the beginning of the year, what I did was I went through all of the books that were old on my bookshelf, like ones that I really wanted to get off, and I put them forcefully into a year long TBR where there were five physical books off of my TBR that I had for each month. And then I would also pick two more from my kind of like extras section. And so I would have a total of seven physical TBR books that I would be reading each month. I like this. This has worked out very well for me, and it has gotten a lot of books off of my shelf. Oh, my hand looks blood red with that book over it. How to do that. I like this. It has really helped get a lot of books off of my shelf. And so it's actually been really fun to just like finally getting to books that I've wanted to get to for a while, but for one reason or another have picked up the newer release or have picked up the book I'm continuing in the series. And now it's like I actually have to read them, which, oh darn, twist my arm. So like I said, I really like this, how this has worked out for me. But I have, since getting back into reading kind of after I graduated grad school back in like 2023, and since starting this channel and starting like really getting into like Fable and Goodreads and making sure everything is logged and tracked and organized, which I love, I have accumulated quite a few more books than I think ever expected that I would. I am not typically someone who likes to keep books. If I don't like a book, I sell it pretty quickly. So I actually have been getting rid of quite a few books as I go as well. And I know that I could do like a big unhaul video, but it kind of stresses me out to keep them for certain things. Like if I'm going to the bookstore to sell books and I'm just going to sell them and then they're off my list and out of my brain and I don't have to think of them anymore, then somebody else gets to enjoy them. Which leads me to what I'm here to do today. So today, this bookshelf, and I'll give you a better look in a second, but this bookshelf is like pretty much all of my unread books that I own, save this like shelf down here. It's not like my shame shelf, but it's just like a shelf of books that like they're either classics or my Stephen King books or just books that I like owning, would love to get to at some point, but don't want them to be on my TBR. So they will not be included. I don't think we're missing anything crazy. I'm sure I will get the hankering to read one of these, which is usually how it happens, is I get the hankering to read a book off of the shelf and then they get read. And most of them are read. I'd say about 50%. Most of the classics are read. And by classics, I mean Japanese translated fictions. Classics. A lot of Dazai's, a lot of pretty much any Bungo Stray Dogs character you can think of. It's on the shelf. But anyway, so we have the other one, two, and then there's one up there that you kind of can't really see that will be reorganizing. Okay, so this is the first of three shelves we're working with. Also, kind of a shame shelf at this point, honestly. On the right here, we have Book of the Months. We have two of my Wolf Song series, TJ Klune. It's not called Wolf Song series, Green Creek series. And then these are all books that I have just acquired that I'm not super interested in reading, but I'm also not like ready to let them go up until Save the Cat. And then, oh, focus, please. Up until Save the Cat, and then Save the Cat, I definitely want to read. And then Ghostwriter, Homeseeking were my June Book of the Month picks. And then The Night and the Moth and The Incandescent, I actually just got today because they were on sale at Barnes and Noble. So, and then these two as well are kind of in this pile over here. Okay, and then we also have this shelf. So this shelf is where it kind of starts, except for, of course, whatever those two are doing there. This is where it starts with like my five books that I've picked out. So these are actually organized. I know they don't look it, but they are organized by month. I think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this is July, I think. And these ones are August. And then September, October, and then these are November. I don't know where December is. See, this is where we need to redo this because I've gotten completely confused. I've honestly read quite a few books off of my months. So we're going to redo this. These ones are all allocated to months. So random have a theoretical place right now. And then there's this shelf, which right now is like the best shelf, honestly, in my opinion. These are all new books that I have bought this year, or except for I Am a Cat. I Am a Cat is a shame book. These are newer books that I have bought that I did not have at the time of doing my yearly TBR. And a lot of them, honestly, I would really like to work in probably. So we'll see what we're going to get to. I haven't planned any of this out. We'll see what we get to when it comes down to counting and numbers and how we're going to do all this. Okay, I think we should start by pulling off the books from the shelf and seeing how many we have. This is what we're working with, plus a cat. So let's get a number generator. Let's count our books. Maybe not in that order, maybe in the reverse order. And then I think I'm going to pick numbers. So we'll number everything and we'll make it look much nicer before we start the random number generator and go from there. I have 5 months that I need to pick for. So because the month of July is my birth month, I will be picking the 5 books that I want to read that month and then allow myself 2 more when the month actually comes around. So we have 5 months, 5 books. We have 25 books we have to pick. And I think I'm going to pick the 25 and then I will pick which months that they go in randomly. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's what we'll do. So we'll first pick a number for a stack, 1 through 12, and then we will pick a number in the stack. And obviously they're all differing numbers because I'm lazy and don't want to make them even. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, we've got our random number generator. Ooh, hello. Our max is 12. I think we're good to go. All right, we'll pick our first stack first. 7. Oh God. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Oh no. Tell which one of these I'm excited about, which ones maybe not so much. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. We have 6 books. Generate 1 through 6. 6. Which is, oh, the future. 24 more to go. Let's generate a stack. Stack 9, 7, 8, 9. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in stack 9 as well. So we will generate 1. Is that really random? The heck? Which one did I say stack? Oh God, this is a mess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1. Oh, you're invited. Okay, book 3. It was generated, I swear, on stack 5. I saw you click games and toys, and Google gives some interesting recommendations, so I'm not going to show that. 3, 4, 5. How many do we have in stack 5? 6. Maybe I did do this decently well. And we will generate 4, which is, that's actually really exciting. Of Mountains and Sea. Stack 7 again. Here we are. So we only have 5 in stack 7 now. Generate 2. Okay, this is actually exciting. I might pick this for October. It's a horror novel. 10. 5 books. Perfect. Generate 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, Bel Canto. Very nice. Okay, I'll do one more that'll show. And then I will do the rest kind of quickly because this could take forever. Oh God, we have so many books. Nope. 6, 7, 8. Generate 4. Oh, well. Not number 8, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 is The Descendant of the Grain. Very nice. I actually had so much fun with this, and I picked a couple of the books that I wanted to pick for my birthday month anyways, which I'll show you at the end. But I actually had so much fun with this that I think I'm just going to pick 5 more. Okay, also I did cheat twice, technically. One, I forgot to pull this one out. I am reading this before July, It's not a June book, it's just a book club book, and I know I'll be reading it before July. So it did get picked, and then I was like, oh, so I just respun. And then I also cheated on Iron Gold because this one got picked. I know I will be reading this year, but this series for me, I buddy read with my brother. So I don't want to put it in a specific month because I don't want to force my brother to read it in a specific month. So it will be read for sure. It's just not going to go in my yearly TBR. Okay, the other thing I did was I stopped. None of my stacks had more than 10 in them. So I made my second tab just up to 10. And then if there was only 4 books in a stack and I got like a 7, then I would just respin. Let's do it. So this is for stack number 7, which is this one right here. There's only 3 books in this stack now. I got pulled quite a few times actually. So we'll see what we get. 9, definitely not 9 in that. 5, no, there's 3. 4, nope, come on. 2 is 1. 2 is not 1, 2 is an option. Oh, this has been on my shelf forever. Probably a good choice. Okay, last minute craziness because this stack now only has 2. I'm gonna consolidate, which is my least favorite word now, but I'm going to change things up a little bit. Okay, we now have 11 stacks. I think that's good. Okay, so that was book 1 of my last 5, so 3, nice. 5, stack 1, looking at you. 5, why do I have this? 2 more, stack number 3, Master of War. Stack number 6, here we go. 7, 5,000. Okay, this is what we're left with. Our 25. Did I say that? No, sorry, 30 now books that we have chosen to finish this year. What we are going to do now is split them up into months. So the only month that I will pick which books I read for will be July. So I'm actually going to skip that month first so that I can assort these other ones into months. If they get picked in another month, then that just means that I get to pick off of my big shelf for my birthday month because it's my birthday and I get to make the rules. I originally had it where July was kind of out of here. It was August, September, October, November, December, random. I think what I'm going to do is allow myself to set the months. And then once I've set the months, I will allow myself 1 change per month because we have to make this as complicated as possible. You could just say, Emily, just pick what you want to read each month. No, I like having a schedule, but I like it to make sense in my brain and I like it to make me feel happy. First thing we're going to do, change up the months. It's very weird filming this with no books behind me. So right now, this is August. I already know the change I'm going to make. Pretty easy. That Sarah J. Maas, I think I'm going to try to get on audiobook. I really would love to have Throne of Glass finished before I start another one. So I'm going to push it to December. So this will be my change for August. We'll be switching a December book with a August book, and that August book will be Crescent City. I just realized in December I have Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. I make that my July one. I think that's what we're going to do. I have had an epiphany. That random stack that was definitely not going to be my July TBR, which is just a random 5 set of books that I was going to allow myself to shuffle in. I'm going to, if I have a July book that I really want from that month, I'm just going to shuffle it in. So for August, I'm trading out Crescent City. And in December, I don't want Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, Chonky, to be with Crescent City. So I'm going to put in one of the extra stack books in there. That's what I'm going to do. With the change, my October change, we're switching Crescent City for The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This is my August TBR. I like it. I think we look good. September. This is too far away. This will be my change for September. This is going into my July TBR with Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. So I will also supplement this month with one of the ones from the extra. Okay, I'm tempted because it is my birth month. Birth month? What am I, 80? My birthday month. Birth month would be technically correct, I guess. Whatever. Since it is the month that I was born in. I feel like I could read whatever I wanted. I do really want to read The Great Passage by Shion Miura. I love her. She wrote Run with the Wind, which is probably my favorite book of all time. I think I might leave this for now because it would also be a good September book. All right, I have chosen The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. September. October. So far, we're not looking too bad for October. We got 2 Riley Sagers in there, so that's pretty haunting, pretty scary. But I know I have another horror book. That will be my October change. I'm going to switch Olivia Blake's January's Video Palace. We're reading 1 horror Two Scaries. November. This is crazy. Literally every single Japanese translated fiction, I think, got put into November, except for Bel Canto. But that was because I ran out of translated Japanese fiction. I don't know how this happened. I'm pretty thrilled, and I'm still gonna make a change because I have one. I'm going to switch Bel Canto. We're doing Disorientation by Elaine Hsee Cho. I'm sure I butchered that. Don't know if this was originally published in another language. This is very exciting. November. For December, we have this. I know I switched to Crescent City. I'm just gonna take it off. Is that wrong? I want to read it next year. Throne of Glass and I be beefing. I'm less bored after Assassin's Blade. So we're taking Crescent City off. And we're putting The Future. December. Now, we do have 2 books left over that got kind of left off. I will just put them back in the pile. I will get around to reading these, I'm positive. These are 2 books that I'm looking forward to reading, so I'm sure they will get read. I'm also putting Crescent City back in the pile. And then I have 2 books picked out for my July, and I'm just gonna go pick out my other 3. This, Pure Joy, is what this is. I can't even fix my hair. It's doing something crazy. I can't fix it because it was Pure Joy. This is my July books. I don't know how I'm gonna choose what to read first. These are the months. July kind of got scattered. There she is. Now to put this mess back. I started organizing my shelves and putting books back on, as you can kind of see. And then I hated how that looked. Bothered you all with enough chaos for today. So we're going to end the video here, and I'll go sort myself out. And next time, for my July TBR, which is kind of crazy that I'm saying that already, but for my July TBR, you'll see my beautiful redone bookshelves. And then probably in July sometime, I will move all of my manga to a different bookshelf. And with that, I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you get to read lots of books, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.